Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's Rob back again. How are ya? And for those that are new to my channel, welcome. Where have you been? And this channel is all about drones, GoPros, Osmo Actions, editing, film stuff, Photoshop stuff, all that kind of stuff. Today I wanted to talk more about the Osmo Action, loving this camera, and I just wanted to explain a few good functions that I love about it. So we're talking about the Osmo Action, and I'm loving this camera. I haven't done too much recording outside as yet, but hopefully I'll be going out this weekend to record some stuff with this brilliant camera. But I wanted to mention some of the functions that I really love about it. And of course it's natural to compare this to the GoPro 7. And again, in my other video, my last one, I did mention that I had a GoPro 7 and I sent it back due to freezing issues and different problems. But this one has been good so far. And one good thing that I found out is that one of the updates coming up very soon, hopefully, they are bringing out a hyperlapse function, which I was looking for, which I couldn't find. So that is making me really, really happy. And together with the Rocksteady stabilization on this thing, it should be, well, it should make some really, really good hyperlapses. So without further ado, I'm gonna switch over to my phone to show you what I've been liking about the Osmo Action. So this is the display of the camera. The camera I've just put down on the table here, but I just wanted to mention the couple of functions that I love and the fact that they put these in a small camera like the Osmo Action, which is wicked. So we're in the time-lapse mode, and if we go onto the left-hand side, we've got the resolution and frames per second, so we can change that here. But the thing I wanted to talk about is for time-lapse specifically, it's best to have full manual control, and you've got that in here. You've got the ISO display at the top, you have got the shutter speed, and you've got the metering underneath, which is just wicked. You can of course leave it in auto, but for a time-lapse you want everything on manual function as much as you can get, because you don't want the flickering. So if we come down to the three dots at the bottom, you've got the white balance here, and you want to put that in a custom. You don't want to leave that on auto just because of your filming like clouds or whatever. You don't want the flickering of the white balance exposure changing. So you can change this to whatever you want. You just move the slider over if you want it warm or cooler. It doesn't actually matter too much what you put it on, as long as you put it on something other than auto, because you can always change it in post. And that is a brilliant function for this camera in the time-lapse mode. But the other mode I wanted to talk about, also, while we're in time-lapse mode, if we go back into this, you can, of course, put the format. Let's just go back into this. The format there in video, and you can have it in JPEG plus video, which I think is quite good. So that's just another thing I like about this. But let's go out of the time-lapse mode at the moment, and we're going to go into photo mode. And let's go into the timed photos. So this is on just a normal photo. You can put the timed, well, you can put the delay on for the timed photo, whatever. But I'm going to go to the actual timed photos itself, and you can change the interval to make it like a time-lapse function. Now the good thing about this is that, let's say we're going to put it on 5 seconds. We have full manual control again on this, so you've got the ISO at the top, you've got the shutter speed and the metering at the bottom, which is amazing. Also, down here, the three dots, we have the option of JPEG plus RAW photos, which is ridiculous on a camera this size. Now, yes, you can argue about the GoPro having the GoPro's own version of RAW, but you didn't have full control of that. You had the Pro Tune, which gave you some control. You didn't have so much options with the white balance and things like that. So having this on this really small camera is ridiculous. And having the fact that you can custom the white balance as well in the timed photos just makes it an awesome thing for time-lapse photos. And being that you can have them in RAW as well just makes it even more ridiculous. And also, actually, Rob, I'll pass it back to you. Thanks, Rob. Very, very interesting stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that is it. I just wanted to show a few things and what I'm liking about this Osmo Action camera. The fact that you can photo with RAW. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on was with the GoPros and with the GoPros, let's face it, we're talking about GoPros. I've got the 5 and the 6, and sometimes I'm making some videos with my drone, and sometimes I'm making videos with the GoPros, and then when you combine them, I'm using DaVinci Resolve to edit all my stuff together. And in the past, I've found it sometimes really difficult when I've left the GoPro on GoPro color and not flat color. It's very difficult to kind of match the footage. GoPro has its own kind of pop arty, kind of over the top colors. Sometimes it looks alright, but when you point your camera to the sky and things like that, it goes a really, really over the top blue, which is just, like I said, it's kind of pop arty, a bit cartoonish. But the fact that you can control everything on this, have it in RAW, and the fact that I'm using my DJI Mavic Air drone and the DJI Action camera should be able to get some really, really good videos. And if I have to adjust color and color grade both together, it should make it very, very easy, especially if the profiles are fairly similar. I haven't even looked at if it's got any kind of profiles yet. I'm just using it as like a standard color. If there are any profiles, I don't even know yet. That's how long I've had this camera. So I just wanted to share that video. Stay tuned for more videos of this kind of stuff from the camera, me getting used to it, and hopefully getting some awesome footage. That is it from me. Take care, see you next time. Don't forget to sub and like and all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next video. Whoa.